So I had to reboot because I was getting disconnection problems, but here we are, here we go. And you know I gotta hit the share button, so give me a moment so I can get everybody in the building. Yeah. So what's up, everybody? Happy Monday to you. Brand new month, the month of love. But Black History Month overall is most importantly. So, and let me get him in here. And my co-host will be joining in a moment. Okay. So I got everybody sent out. Just waiting on more bodies to get in the building and we can get this party started. What up, Riri? All hails Jenny. Let me know if you guys can hear me because I got my mic attached to me. I'm waiting on our guest, Dante Nero. If you guys do not know Dante, I absolutely love Dante. He is an acquired taste, but I like people that keep it 100. You've seen him on the Godfrey and Godfrey We Trust podcast. He's a comedian, relationship expert. So you're going to hear the real all right here. So I'm waiting on my co-host to get here. I'm waiting on Dante to get in here because I've shared. What's up, Spiritual? I have shared the live. So I'm just waiting on the bodies to get in the building. So is my sound okay? What's going on, Elaine? I just want to make sure that my sound's okay. So let me text Dante now and let him know that we are in the building. And there's my hoochie. My favorite hooch is in the building, y'all. So we're just waiting to get the people up on camera, and we're going to have this conversation right quick. What's going on, beautiful 45 spiritual crazy work moms in the building? Let me send out this. I'm waiting on Rocky to cam up. Girl, look at your scenery. Why are you looking like that? You look evil.
let me tell you, I wouldn't have seen you live if you hadn't sent me the request.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with this thing. I mean, because I had to reboot the Wi-Fi because when I started earlier, it kept saying we had connection problems, and I'm like, okay, I can get on my phone, I can get on everywhere else. So I sent it to
Spiritual.
I sent it to Dante, so hopefully he'll be joining us shortly. So if you guys could please share the live, since Rocky wasn't able to see it, I'm gonna go on my other account and see if I can see us live, just to make sure Instagram is not doing the usual drama. Okay, I see us live on the other end, so I don't know what that was about.
I don't know what that's about either, but
okay. And here he is in the building. Let me get my man up in here. So you guys continue to please hit that share button. It's going to be one of the conversations you guys are going to be talking about for the rest of the week. I'm trying to tell you. Thank you so much, girl. You know, a little makeup and a little hair press do the body good, okay?
Hey, birthday twin. And I must say, Michelle, you did a decent job curling your damn hair.
Girl, thank you.
I am so proud of you.
What's going on?
What's going on? Always in the truck with this brother.
Oh my God, y'all bitches' hair is on fleek. Both of y'all, God damn.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
I feel like it's for me. Was this for me?
Oh, of course. Of course, Dante. Don't get me started.
You can't be talking to no man looking any kind of way.
Exactly. Right. I'm not talking to a relationship expert. My shit got to be tight.
You got to be tight, right? Oh, we got a little gray, little platinum on the top. She got the little short,
flat,
little floss, little something, and then you got the little shave back and just grab the back of your head and make you shut up.
Yeah, I left enough to be grabbed.
Let me tell you something. The look was inspired by listening to you on Godfrey's last episode and a couple other things. I said, you know what? I love Dante, but I know when I talk to him, shit got to be tight.
I talk so much shit, I don't know what the fuck I said for a moment.
He sound like me. Like I said that.
Yeah, no, that's okay. It was inspirational, Dante. But how you doing?
I'm good. How y'all doing? It's good to hear from y'all.
It's good to have you back on. We appreciate you joining us again. Everybody in the building, please subscribe to the Man School Podcast. Although I am not a man.
Man School 202.
202. So although I'm not a man, I love the podcast because I like getting a male's raw perspective on just stuff in general, especially when it comes to love and dating and all that other good stuff.
Thank you,
and I'm gonna tell you right now, don't be sensitive asking questions and with Dante's answers. Just don't be sensitive. So if you have any questions, I want you to put them in the question box. Okay.
Yeah, because I'm not
Well,
sensitive.
well,
Trust
you know,
me, I know.
if I offend them, then Dante gonna show get them.
Okay. Look, that's what I'm talking about.
Only
And
way,
then Dante,
only way you can get offended is if you've been lied to. I'm gonna tell you the truth. If the truth offends you, then whatever, you got to handle that.
but
That's
don't you
on you.
think sensitive time? Everybody, not just with dating, people are too damn sensitive when you tell them how you honestly feel.
People are liars. They're liars. People lie all the time. People want to be in conversations that they don't deserve to be in. They want to take
Facts.
positions, give them the ability to have a conversation. I had a dude who was talking to me about like I had a white boy. This white boy was talking about race, and I was like, well, is this a concern of yours? Like, is this
That
race
part.
concern? Well, yeah, of course it is. I was like, well, what do? You volunteer at the boys' club? You march? What? Nah, none of that. Well, then shut your mouth, dog. Shut the fuck up. It's like, come on, dog. It's like the hypocrisy of what do they call it? Virtual signaling, where you trying to act like you care about something that you don't really give a fuck about. And I'm just not having a conversation. I mean, I think at this point, I had a Ty that be on Godfrey's podcast, right?
Godfrey,
So
yeah,
me and him go at it all the time, and
I know.
he was like, oh, you gotta make the distinction between the blatant racist and the subtle. And I was like, listen, at this, why? I mean, just you racist. Look, if you're a Trump supporter, I'm not fucking with you. I don't care whether you go to church. I don't care if you rescue dogs. On a base level, you are complicit when it comes to racism. We don't have nothing to talk about, dog.
That part.
I'm not even having a conversation with we're not trying to find equal ground because you don't see me as a human being on a base level. So I don't care what you think. It comes from a place where you don't see me as a human being on the first level. It's funny because I was talking about all these other men like what's it, Andrew Tate, and all these other manosphere podcasts, and and I mean I like those dudes. I like what they're saying, but like you look at Fresh and Fit. Fresh and Fit will have 8 bimbos on the 22-year-old OnlyFans, and you're mad at them because they 22.
Yeah,
This is what you do when you fly pretty titties perky. You ain't never been through shit. This is you talk stupid. It's
Facts.
like, why are you having a conversation with somebody who doesn't have the intellectual acuity or the emotional maturity to have a conversation when see, like, I'm hot. I'm a 10. I want a man with, even goofy bitches that used to be on Kevin. I want 100. How many baby fathers you got? You got 3 baby fathers and 4 babies. You know, and
For
you
real.
I want $100,000 like. But you 280, 5'1", and you come on, like that's not what you can't pull that no way. Like, why are we having a conversation when you already know what the situation? That ain't who you are.
right.
So
Nah,
I think
I had a homegirl that used to always talk about how she want to find a man like Barack Obama. Bitch, he not in the club. And like you said, you got how many kids? 4 kids. Nah, he good.
right.
That ain't the kind of man you finna run into at the club.
That part.
it's
Hey,
ridiculous.
Yeah,
You,
it's
you
a
say
little too
you
much.
say
Like
ask.
they like
You say
switching up.
instead of ask.
Yeah, but they like to switch up also because I was listening to you and the first part before Ty came on the last episode, but you
Yeah.
all was talking about a situation Godfrey had gotten into online, and it happens so damn on a regular basis, and some of them red flags are just right out there because they start with a tragic story, try to incorporate your trust, and then try to shun you from everybody else so they got you to themselves.
Yeah, they isolate you.
Yeah.
That's that abusive crap.
And most of the time, sometimes a lot of women fall for this. And
Of
they're
course,
trying to
this
find a
is
romance.
it. This is
They be so amazing.
the whole thing is that's what that's what people do when they're trying to manipulate. They have to isolate you. They isolate you from your loved ones so they have control, and then you become the single person, the only person that they trust, and everybody that comes into your life, every every person that Godfrey was dealing with. Oh, that person is calling you. That person's. But he even got to the point. It was so gradual
Mm-hmm.
that he didn't really see it because it was so like this is the course of 2 years. First of all, you had the COVID, so people wanted to connect,
Yeah.
and then it wasn't like Godfrey was starving.
Right.
Like
Nah,
he got a bunch of bad bitches in the roller fuck. You know what I'm saying? So he could
that
talk to
part.
this chick. There's no pressure. She look. There was a dude. There was a dude at my job years ago, right? She was a young dude, good looking dude, young dude, and he was working the day shift with me, and then he would work UPS at like 1 o'clock. He would go and do part time UPS. So he used to just sleep in the truck, and then he'd go do 5 hours in UPS, and then come back in the morning.
Mm.
So there was this old bitch, old, old bitch. She was like, baby, don't worry about it. I'll wake you up when it's time. Just relax, right? Then she would bring food. Like, you hungry? I made some food, right? Then the next day she was like, oh shit, I'll suck your dick, right?
Hey,
Then,
you already knew that was coming. Do it.
Cougar.
then she's sucking his nigga dick every day. Then and she was hideous, like horrible. Then he was like, so every day she's sucking this nigga dick. She was like, well, if you want some pussy, it's here. You can, I suck your dick if you don't mind, but if you want some pussy, he was like,
Why not?
I'll take a little pussy. Next thing you know, he's at her kid's graduation, and they calling him daddy. He married. He got, and he was like little small dude, like 5'3".
Oh.
Oh,
His,
yeah, you need that old coochie.
and she was like Big Shirley, so her kids is bigger than him. They call him daddy. But it was just gradual. Niggas don't have that kind of muscle to resist that kind of persistence. And if he go, what if he goes, no, I want no pussy. Eventually he gonna be like, shit, I can't come. Well, why don't you take here? I'm gonna just put some little pussy on you. Take a little bit of pussy.
I already knew that
That's
was
the
coming.
that's the
And
trap.
Lawrence, don't be jealous, boo-boo.
That's the trap. Next thing you know, he's at the
Trap.
graduation. He's at their graduation.
I love you,
Just
Lawrence.
sitting there and having, how did I get here?
He know how he got there. Hot plates and cats. It gets you all the time. Hot plates and cats get a man all the time. But with him being 5'3", I don't think he had like a large option.
But you know
He
what?
he was a pretty nigga. He had plenty of options. Just
I don't like pretty small niggas. So
Well, she gave him an installment plans. It just wasn't all up front.
it was
She
gradual.
All this on you.
Yeah, it was a
Yeah.
gradual.
Yeah.
so even with the Godfrey thing was over the course of it was like almost 2 years. It was almost like in the course of 2 years.
Yeah.
They must
you
have
take
had
that.
a good conversation for Godfrey.
Yeah, she was conversing with him, and he was, when he had nothing to do, he'd call her, and it would be like, okay, he would call her and talk, and they would chat, and he'd be on the phone with me. One time I was in the car with her, and she picked up the phone, and I was talking about, I'm thinking about getting a G-Wagon, and she's supposed to be this rich girl from Princeton or whatever, diplomat, father's a diplomat and all kind of, and she's like, oh, I don't like a G-Wagon because it's just it's too noisy, and I love my Range Rover. And in my mind, at the time I was like, who says that? Do you know what I mean? Like, who?
An airhead.
Yeah, who brags about You don't like your G-Wagon. You like, I mean, you don't even know, like, why would you even, yeah, I mean, just to see how it's either you're so unaware, you know, you're so unaware of yourself and other people around you, or you're bragging. One or the other.
Yeah.
Both of which don't ride for me.
Yeah, I hate
Either
bragging.
way, it don't ride for me that way either. Any way you put it. So
Yeah.
I was like, this goofy bitch. I remember saying this to him. This goofy ass bitch. What the fuck is she talking about? But I was like, I'm moving right along. Then the next thing you know, this chick is like, yo, I need her friend was like, I need 180,000. I'm like, for what?
What's up, Rob? Rob said evidently she don't know cars then too.
Exactly.
Hey y'all.
Pretty much. And I want to address a comment really offbeat. Lawrence, if your crackhead ass is still in here, I'll deal with you offline.
Yeah, Lawrence.
We put makeup on.
Because we got makeup on.
No,
yeah. Lawrence is a hilarious comedian. We love him, but he's upset because he feels we put makeup on for you and got our hair slayed for you. But I'm just like, dude, we're doing an interview.
Nigga, don't hate the game. Don't hate the game. I get what I get because I deserve what I get. If you don't get it, step your game up, player. What's up? Come on.
I was expecting Dante. You know, Dante is what I said right out front because I remember you saying about how the installment plan, if the installment plan is done right, that you could probably, I'm sure you got women in your life, you're not attracted to them that way, but they go out of their way to do certain things for you to kind of
they work you, and then you want your dick sucked. Yeah, all right, I can't. All right.
But I don't see a man turning down a hot plate in no cap though. I don't think that's going to happen.
Nah, you know, especially you work. You know, my man was tired. He's working 2 jobs. And, you know, he's sleeping in the truck. You know, trying to make ends meet. You know, everybody
wants extra life out of him.
Shit, you want your dick sucked for that. Like if you anybody want their dick sucked.
Hey, look, we're not taking other requests right now because we are talking with Dante. But if you guys got any questions, please put them in the question box. If you don't see the question box, put them in the comments.
Yeah, I don't see it. But, or even better, you can buy a badge, support some heifers. Now, I'm just going to say, you know, we've been having a conversation, Michelle. You know, we had a conversation with Steve Brown and Mr. Lawrence. And they got upset with me because I said I'm tired of hearing men talking about they the prize or the gift.
Who, men?
Yeah. Well, you know, I broke it down to him why I said this.
Okay.
See his reaction, Bucky.
I'm going to tell you why I broke it down. Because I said by the time he was saying good men are rare. And I said good women are rare as well.
Yeah, but you're not responsible. Like you don't. We go in it knowing that y'all ain't gonna be shit. Like we already know that.
Women be feeling the same thing, but see, my thing
that's
is
just not
they're talking
true.
about numbers.
Yeah, but
they're talking about numbers.
Listen, the first date you expect him to cover the first date, right?
Well, of course.
Okay, and you see how arrogantly you say, of course.
I'm like, of course.
Okay, so if he fuck you, expect him to knock it out the park, right?
Well, yeah, not the first night, but I don't want a boring fuck. I mean, let's keep it real.
Okay, so now this is your second standard, right? So then he's supposed to, you go out on a date, he's got to be interesting, right?
Well, we both need to be interesting.
No. He wants some pussy.
Well, yeah, the worst thing you can do is bore me to death.
Okay, he wants some pussy. You want him to be interesting. You don't. So like he may want you. He wants you to be interesting
enough to give him some. I can't. Did he cut out? Is he freezing? Okay, there you go.
Interesting. He wants some pussy. You want him to be interesting enough that you give him some pussy, right? So what have you been required other than to show the fuck up? What have you?
I hope the man will go to coochie. Now. Come on now. That's
listen. You're not giving me no pussy. You're not giving me no pussy. I give you dick. You give me pussy. You not giving me shit. This is a mutual accord. So I don't understand where. So at what point there's not? Of course he's the prize. He don't know it, and this is what y'all do. Y'all hide it as if he's, oh, this nigga got to live up to your expense. And every year you get older, you worth less.
But that's really not what I was getting at when I started. I was talking about the numbers.
We mean
They
the
were
numbers.
talking about men outnumbering women, for which I said, we do. But once you get through the women that don't like penis, because there's a lot of them.
It's always going to be more. And you don't want, and the thing is, look, I can get my dick sucked and a meal, and I'm okay with that. You don't fuck somebody I can fuck somebody I don't like. You're not fucking nobody you don't like.
No, that's facts. But see, we related, Chris. That's why we think the same.
But a dude will hate you and fuck you. He'll hate.
Oh no, this is facts. I know this.
So it don't, all that other shit you talking about don't even matter. You 90% of the women want 10% of the men. So it don't even matter what the numbers is. Plus, it's more of y'all. Y'all live longer. You live longer. There's more of you. And all the rest of that about you go through the niggas who don't like, that's all nonsense. You want 90% of the women want 10% of the men. You don't want a regular nigga that just some boring regular nigga. You're not even getting any of no pussy. You want to get a nigga the pussy that somebody else gives you the pussy.
Well,
somebody
ask you.
Somebody that wants it. Somebody that you want to fuck.
Yeah, but what I like, the next chick may not like, just like what you like, the next man may not like.
Say that again.
What you find attractive may not be attractive to the next man.
I'm trying to get pussy. I'm trying to fuck you.
That is so sad, young man.
Hold on one second. I'm on the phone, Bob.
Go ahead, Michelle.
Nah, really? Yeah. It's about 8. I get about 8 on you. All right. I'm on the phone, Bob. All right. Yeah.
But unfortunately, look, as women, I would like to be a realist then, because Disney sold us some bullshit when we were little girls. And that's why some of us grow into this way of thinking, or the examples we had coming up. So either way, whether it be the Disney Channel or from your home base, there's certain expectations that you guys have, and regardless on how women look, y'all gonna hit it regardless. But,
right. So that's not a. Yeah. So, but if you think that is because I mean, look, let's bow our heads for our Lord and Savior Kevin Samuels. Even when y'all watch it, even when y'all watched him, you know, when a chick go, I'm a 9. All y'all were going, no, you ain't, bitch. Y'all were doing the same thing guys was doing. You not a 9. So,
well, first of all, I didn't go on Kevin Samuels to entertain him because I didn't feel like I needed that. And most of the women that did go on there wanted validation. That's just how I look at it. They wanted to be validated. So they went on Kevin Samuels so they could feel validated. And then when he told them ripped them a brand new asshole, then they in their feelings.
I don't even think that. I'm going to tell you what, and I'll tell you, this is the problem. This is my critique of that. My critique of him was that these are women who have been abused, who are accustomed to trauma, and they're looking for trauma. If you going on Kevin Samuels and you not 23 years old, 114 pounds, he gonna tell you you ain't shit.
Yeah.
So if you're calling up out of that parameters, you already know what he's gonna give you. So if you call up, you're looking to get abused. So the question is, why are you looking to get abused? You're looking to get abused because you have gone through trauma and you're accustomed to, but I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna tell you what time whether you agree with it or not, he's going, if you ain't 23 years old, 114 pounds, you're gonna get trashed.
No,
Even I give you even
I definitely agree with you on that one. You said abuse, and I feel the same way, but they want validation.
so then
So,
why are black women calling him up when they know he's gonna trash them? I'll give you one better, and this is my critique. If you are 23 and 114, you call him and you see girls on it who go, well, Kevin, tell me, what do I need to do? Let your mama tell you. So you can't win. You got to understand this is a cyclical thing where this is negative for black relationships because
facts.
unrealistic what these women are saying. You're a reborn virgin, and now you don't want to get somebody to pussy. You 45 with 2 kids. You want $100,000. Like, and your man he work at Amazon. He it's like this is abuse. This is the problem I have with a lot of these dudes. It's not about helping nobody. It's about
No, money.
clicks. It's about controversy. And so if you're looking for these solutions, this is why I'm not rich, because I don't lean into that. But I don't lean into that because I'm not. I realize truth and integrity is the only way you can have happiness. What I mean by that is, if you're not telling the truth, if you have no credibility, and you don't have basic empathy, right?
Yeah.
Empathy for other people, you're never happy. So it don't matter how much money you get, how many cars you get. Like Will Smith's worth $500 million. He's living with a bitch that hates his guts, is in love with the ghost of Tupac. He got an infinity pool that's full of his tears. You got Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp is worth $165 million. He's Johnny fucking Depp. He's he got a bitch shitting in his bed. So it's like I'm not saying I don't want 165, but you can't cherry pick. You can't cherry pick what you want. When you take somebody, when you look at somebody, you got to look at their life in its entirety.
Yeah.
So there's everything who Will Smith is, his malleability, the fact that white folks don't see him as a threat. All of those things is what gets him that's what gets him his life.
Yeah.
Also the fact that he's a fraud. He's a fraud, which is why white folks find him comfortable, because he's a fraud, because he never really earned. So, but what happens? What happens in the interim? All the cars, the jet, it don't mean nothing.
Yeah.
It really don't mean nothing.
No,
I mean,
he's
because
very miserable.
and there's plenty. Look, I ain't gonna lie. Look, I mean, you got people who you look up to. They all fucked up in the game because they're just not honest. I know what I say. I've thought about it. If I say I'm gonna do something, I do it. If I'm aware of the things that people go through, I have the empathy for them. And so no matter what happens, no matter where I wake up, whether I'm rich or not rich, whether I'm making dough or not making dough, I know that anybody who fucks with me goes, when he opens his mouth, there is thought and concern and civility behind it, and he's not just talking out the. So my words have gravity because there's no light between what I say and what I do.
Yeah. No,
That's me and Michelle.
You always move 100, because like I said, and that's one thing I appreciate about you, because some folks may be a little, I don't know if I can handle his truth, but I prefer to deal with somebody up front from the get-go on how they talk, how they think, and what their anticipations are, whether it be friendship or relationship. I'd rather deal with that than somebody who takes a mask off 90 days later.
Well, and not only that, but here's the thing: you got to understand, the majority of people are liars. Everybody's lying.
Yeah.
Everybody, and they're not lying they're talking about shit that they never really dug into. They don't have the empathy to see the other side of it. So
Yeah.
if you're a woman and you're a woman of a certain age, and niggas is telling you that you dope because they want to fuck you, of course you're gonna think, oh, I could get anybody I want. But these niggas, they want to fuck you. They don't want to marry you. They don't want to.
Well, we had these lessons as kids because our father kept it 100 about what a man would do and say for some pussy.
But you can't. You also can't say I'm the prize. It's just there's an absurdness to that. You just that's crazy. Or you listen. Here's who the prize. The one that puts more in. Listen. Here's something that I was saying. I was talking this on my show the other day. Women talk about compromise. You know, men don't. Okay, look up the word compromise. If you on any one of y'all on a laptop, look up the word compromise.
Doing it now.
She doing it.
But
shouldn't everybody have a
compromise?
I do get tired of folks throwing the word gift and prize around.
Of compromise, an agreement or a settlement of a dispute that is reached by each side making concessions.
What does that say? That each side makes concessions. That means you don't get everything that you want, and I don't get everything I want. That means so women seem to think that compromise is you do what I want you to do. That's the compromise. That's not what a compromise. The compromise is that neither one of us get all of what we want. And what a woman will do is she wants you to do, I don't like what you're doing. I want you to do what I want you to do. If you shutting the fuck up and not bugging me is not a compromise. Me doing everything that you want me to do and you going, all right, now I'm happy until I want something else, that's not compromise. Compromise at the root means we both don't get what we want. Neither one of them.
No, but I was just about to say, because I shared a reel. I know I saw Michelle watching it because I shared it, listening to people talking about marriage and relationships, and everybody's turned off by it. But she said exactly what you said. You're not going to get everything you want. She said, but Rock may do 70% one day, and I may do 60% the next day. It's never going to be equal all the time. But
a relationship is not just being in you this is what you do. Like here's what I say. You get a guy will get a puppy, right? Know that that's not a reciprocal relationship. If I get a puppy, I gotta get the shots, I gotta feed this motherfucker, I gotta walk this motherfucker, rain, sleet, or snow, because if I don't walk him and I don't do, he's gonna sit in my house. The difference is every time I come home, I walk in the door, the dog is happy to see me, I rub him, he rubs me, and I get a sense of now, how many women when you come home happy to see a nigga? How many times they come home and the woman go, oh baby, it's so good to. No, when you come home and nigga, you ain't do this, nigga, you ain't do that, you ain't make
But that's not all women.
Yes, it is.
No,
yes, it is.
It's not.
Yes, it is, because you take for granted.
Choose a toxic woman, no, because
it's not even toxicity. Men don't. Men do not hold you.
Around that bullshit.
Bullshit. Here's the bullshit. Men do not hold you accountable. You think all you got to do is not cheat on a nigga and suck a nigga dick every once in a while, and that's not what it is. There is so.
False. Thank you, Duncan, because that is not the narrative of all women. And I'm sorry you feel that way, bro.
Listen. When you go into any relationship, especially what the point is, women's focus is on the children. A woman, and you see this is why you see men who are not raised like men, is because women love their kids unconditionally. You got motherfuckers strung out on drugs, whatever you tell motherfuckers she loves him. Her focus is on those kids and my focus has got to be on you. That's the thing. I'm supposed to keep you safe. I'm supposed to keep a roof over your head. And I know that you're going to put those kids over me. I already know that. You're supposed to do that. Because this child, what is the child? The child gives you back whatever love and affection you get. You're not looking at from that for me. What you're looking for me is safety. You're looking for safety and concern and the fact that I'm gonna make sure everything's okay. If I'm a good man, that's what I know that you're gonna put my kids' safety and my kids' health over me. I know that.
But
Go ahead.
that's what I was saying. But because our upbringing, me and Michelle was well taken care of. But go ahead with your butt, Michelle.
My thing about it is I try to, and this is just me individually, I try to put myself in the opposite person's shoes. Like when I get home from a hard day's work, I don't want to hear all this
shit.
I don't want to hear all this. Hey, baby, how was your day? You ready to eat? You know, that's basically what it is. Because when it comes to men, this is what I know: food, sex, silence. Okay.
Right,
So
absolutely.
I was a man in my former life because I have a similar attitude. When I come home, I don't want to.
We both do.
Shit. I don't want to hear no. I want to sit down and chill. If there is a problem, can we discuss it a little after we've had a woosah moment? Because it's
I get that, but you have to understand the nature of the way that we have the way that relationships, the gender roles, and I understand that the gender roles are blurred and it's not the same what it was. Is my job is to take care of my family and make sure that they are provided for. That is my job. If I'm failing with that, you are not going to be happy. If I'm failing with that, I'm not going to be happy because I'm not going to feel like I'm man enough. So you get a lot of times you get a dude who bounce or he won't be around. It's because he feels inadequate in the context of the fact of how we validate men. My validation as a man is my ability to provide.
But that goes both ways because if you're doing all this hard work,
not providing. If you're paying the bill,
you gotta let me land.
Go ahead.
Because I'm saying if you're providing and taking care of your woman and protecting, and if you come home to a nasty ass house, a bitchin' ass wife, no meal, you're gonna be dissatisfied. And if she lets herself fall off.
And what percentage of women leave relationships, file for divorce? What percentage of women file for divorce?
Oh, I don't
80.
I know all that. Everybody
80% of women file for divorce. So when you're not happy, you leave. When men are not happy, they stay. You file for the divorce. We don't. We're staying.
No, I did. Was that discussion y'all had yesterday, Michelle, about women filing more?
Yeah.
Not only that, but if you're not happy and you're not satisfied and you step out on the marriage, y'all bitches back each other up, girl. I'm glad you found somebody to make you feel, to empower you. I mean, y'all on the bullshit. You, girl, he should have been more. He should have been more accepting of you, and you gotta put your happiness first. The bullshit that y'all do, the unaccountability.
No. Don't say y'all, sir. Don't say y'all, sir.
If you don't do it, then you are the isolate. You are the Listen, if you don't do that,
he did fuck up. But as a friend, and I love her, and you have 2 children, I'm telling her you need to try to work it out.
If that's what you're saying, then you're the exception to the rule. But you know.
That's why I'm saying you can't put us all in the same
but we're not talking about the isolated cases. If we're going to stop every time, we're talking in generalization so that we can escalate the dialogue so you don't have to stop. Not me. If it ain't you,
I'm saying, but there's women in the live.
Most women are not accountable for what the fuck they do. They're not accountable. And why are they not accountable? It's because, and whose fault it is? It's the man's fault. Because we don't hold you accountable. We are not.
Why is that?
Because we're built different because guys are pussies and they don't want to. They're afraid. They don't have the self-esteem. They don't know. They're not the best version of themselves. So they going, look. I don't want to be alone. I don't want to be with. What I'm gonna do? Go. I mean, look. If they can get some strange, they'll do it. But they don't feel validated as if most niggas is not really waking up and putting their best for being the best version of themselves. But if you're not, but that don't mean you don't provide. That don't mean you don't show up. That don't, on a base level, a man wants to. Any man whose child is hungry, his wife is unhappy, is unhappy. He's in a relationship because he don't feel adequate. It's nothing better. Why you think niggas go to the strip club and make it rain? Because it makes them feel good that they can, yo, I got this. You want a bag? I get you the Birkin. It's this ability to feel as if you provide. And women are not being held accountable. And this has a lot to do with white feminism. Because the bottom line when it comes to white, see, we always respected Big Mama. Black folks always respected Big Mama. Your daddy respected Big Mama. Everybody, we always respected black women. In fact, if she was like, this is what it is. Now, how many times we just go, what'd your mama say? Mommy said, what'd your mama say? Mm-hmm. So we didn't have that problem, but this, you got to understand, in terms of white feminism, white women are not trying to be respected women. They're trying to be men. They want to be.
No, I agree with you on that.
And then y'all got caught up in this bullshit as if they're all. And then feminism becomes something. It becomes something to put men to kind of put your foot on the back of men. Look, it's you everything that you do. This internet shit in terms of tech, the iPhone. We doing this live. It's men that did the science. It's men that built the internet. It's men that built the grid, the electrical grid that you use.
It's Brown is a man's world.
I mean, don't get me, but it wouldn't be nothing. But it wouldn't be nothing.
I love that fucking song.
You hear what I'm saying? But what does he say? But it wouldn't be nothing without a woman up. So, but like, let's not take this for granted that when it comes to in the coal mine, ain't no bitches in the coal mine. There ain't no bitches pumping gas. There ain't no bitches. I mean, you got a couple of chicks that are mechanics. None of y'all is underneath changing transmissions. Nobody's changing oil. How you gonna do with that pretty hair? Hey, what you gonna do underneath the hood with that pretty hair?
I ain't going underneath no hood, but I know how to check my oil and change the tire, goddamn.
And how often? When the last time you change your oil and change the tire?
Oh, I take that shit to the shop.
Exactly. This is not about what you're capable of doing. It's about what you do.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but I think you should know. But if I have to do it, yeah. But I ain't got.
That's not what we saying. A nigga that like you got your hair a little pretty. You gonna own my tie, and some nigga gonna change it for you. You know that. So.
Oh hell yeah.
So let's not act like you don't know. You understand how you understand how full of shit you are that just because you can change it, but you ain't never changed it. What difference does it make? You know.
I'm just saying you should know.
That's nobody's saying. Listen, I cook. I cook.
Look, I had to change the tire when that shit caught a flat coming back from my air show. I had to shorts.
What year was that? What year?
Look, see, you want too many details. Why you want all these details? Look.
When the last time you changed the tire?
Oh Lord.
When the last time you see what you don't even know. Go ahead, go 19. Yeah, exactly. You don't even have to change. Once you start at 19. Ask me when the last time I changed the tire. Ask me
when was the last time you changed the tire?
Last week. Last week I was changing the fucking tire.
He's gonna change one in 2 days since he fucking with me.
I'm just like, but it's dishonest.
My point, what I was trying to make, you should know how to do this shit in
Yeah,
case of an
okay,
emergency.
all right, okay. But if you don't know, why would you? When all you gotta do is shake your little booty and flip your hair and grin and smile and don't smile wide enough that you put lipstick on your teeth.
I don't shake my booty, I shake my titties.
And then whatever it is, whatever you know what to do. But it ain't like you doing it. Like, stop. And I'm not saying that you. I'm not even saying you should. I'm not even saying you should. I'm just saying stop talking about it like you change tires. You don't do that. I spent 28 years working for the phone company, climbing down manholes, and climbing in manholes, fixing phone lines and shit. And there was some chicks who took the job and was about it. You know how many chicks I know in the course of 28 years of me working with the phone company? You know how many of them really came and showed up and did the work? Three.
I was right 3. Because I'm not going to lie, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing it. I do hair, I bake, and cook.
And that's fine, but stop. Don't be like, I changed. No, you don't. You don't change.
No. I didn't say that. You know, I be changing tires and shit.
I'm gonna tell you. If you ever, I bet you, if you had to change the tire right now, you wouldn't be able to do it. You would, because there's things that you have to know in order to. It seems like it ain't just taking the nuts off. You got to loosen nuts.
Hope your ass down the streets. I can call you.
This is my point, and that's so. What I'm saying, don't claim it. Don't claim it if you don't do it. I mean, all I'm saying is be honest.
I said I had to put a spare arm, but I let a real mechanic.
In 1993.
Look, you don't let me have fun, Michelle.
Because you know what?
Okay?
Every time
you always try to change some shit. You always like, I'll rock it now.
1993, you changed the tire. You don't know how to change it. I'm telling you right now, you don't know how to change the tire. I'll tell you right now.
It might be different by now. You're right.
Even if you know how, you don't remember the steps to do it unless you're doing it. I'm telling you, I was changing my tire last week, and I was like, oh